You light a candle on a saint's altar. You bow before a decorated tree. You throw coins into a fountain for luck. But what if I told you that gesture you just made, the one passed down through generations, might be thousands of years older than the religion claiming it? What if your tradition isn't what you think it is? Syncretism is the blending of different beliefs into one. It's the reason Christmas trees stand in Christian homes, even though evergreens were sacred to Germanic pagans long before Christ. It's why Catholic saints often mirror the gods they replaced. History doesn't erase old beliefs. It absorbs them, repaints them, and calls them something new. Your ancestors didn't abandon their gods. They disguised them. Take Santa Muerte in Mexico. She's a skeletal saint holding a scythe dressed in flowing robes. The Catholic Church denies her, but millions pray to her anyway. She's not just a modern folk saint. She carries the shadow of Mictacasihuatl, the Aztec Lady of the Dead. When Spanish conquistadors banned indigenous worship, the gods didn't vanish. They merged with Catholic imagery. The result? A saint the church won't recognize but the people refuse to forget. Or consider Candomblé in Brazil. Enslaved Africans weren't allowed to worship their orishas, so they matched each deity to a Catholic saint. Yemanja, goddess of the sea, became Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception. Zango, god of thunder, became Saint Jerome. The prayers looked Christian on the surface, but underneath, the old gods still listened. Syncretism wasn't surrender, it was survival. Even Buddhism adapted when it traveled. In Japan, Shinto spirits became Buddhist bodhisattvas. Temples housed both kami and Buddha. In Tibet, local mountain gods were absorbed into Buddhist cosmology. Religion doesn't conquer through replacement alone. It conquers through adaptation. It learns the local language, it wears the local mask, and slowly, it becomes indistinguishable from what came before. Now let's talk about the festivals you celebrate. Easter eggs and Christmas trees feel ancient, don't they? They feel like they've always belonged to Christianity. But peel back one layer and you'll find something older. The egg symbolized rebirth in pre-Christian spring festivals across Europe. The evergreen tree represented eternal life in Norse and Germanic traditions. When Christianity spread north, it didn't destroy these symbols, it baptized them. The same thing happened with Halloween. You carve pumpkins and dress as ghosts. But this tradition descends from Samhain, a Celtic festival marking the boundary between summer and winter. The Celts believed the veil between worlds thinned on this night. The dead could walk among the living. When Christianity arrived, the church created All Saints' Day to overlay the pagan festival. The date stayed, the spirits remained. Only the names changed. Look at the Virgin of Guadalupe in Mexico. She appeared to an indigenous man named Juan Diego in 1531. Her image is deeply Catholic, but her iconography tells another story. She stands on a crescent moon, surrounded by rays of light. She wears a star-studded cloak. These are symbols of Tonantzin, the Aztec mother goddess worshipped on that same hill. The Spanish missionaries knew this, but they allowed the syncretism because it converted millions. The people saw their goddess in Mary's face. In Haiti, Vodou practitioners honor the LWA, spirits rooted in West African religions. But each LWA also corresponds to a Catholic saint. Papa Legba, guardian of crossroads, is syncretized with Saint Peter, who holds the keys to heaven. Erzuli Frida, spirit of love, mirrors Our Lady of Sorrows. The altar holds both Catholic images and African symbols. Two traditions, one practice. Neither fully absorbed, neither fully separate. Even Islam shows traces of syncretism. In Indonesia, the largest Muslim population on earth, Islamic practice blends with Hindu, Buddhist, and animist traditions. Selamatan rituals invoke blessings through communal meals, a practice older than Islam's arrival. Shrines to local spirits coexist with mosques. The religion adapted to the culture, not the other way around. This isn't weakness. It's how belief systems actually spread and endure across centuries. So why does syncretism happen? Power. When one culture conquers another, the victors face a choice. They can slaughter the defeated and erase their beliefs entirely, or they can absorb what's useful and rebrand it. The second option is smarter. It's less bloody, and it works. You can't force people to forget their gods overnight, But you can rename those gods and claim them as your own. The Roman Empire mastered this. As Rome expanded, it encountered countless deities. Instead of banning them, Romans identified foreign gods with their own. The Greek Zeus became Jupiter. The Egyptian Isis gained Roman temples. The Phrygian Cybele was welcomed into the heart of Rome itself. This wasn't tolerance, it was imperial strategy. By absorbing local religions, Rome made conquest feel less like destruction and more like inclusion. The conquered kept their gods. They just prayed to them in Latin now. Christianity learned from Rome. When missionaries spread across Europe, Africa, and the Americas, they encountered entrenched belief systems. Total eradication was impossible. So the church allowed sacred springs to become baptismal sites. Pagan temples were rebuilt as churches on the exact same ground. The winter solstice became Christmas. The spring equinox became Easter. Local deities were rewritten as saints or demons depending on how useful they were. The method was brilliant. People kept their rituals. The church kept its power. But syncretism isn't always imposed from above. Sometimes it happens organically. When cultures meet through trade, migration, or intermarriage, beliefs cross-pollinate. The Silk Road didn't just carry silk, it carried gods. Buddhist monks traveling west encountered Zoroastrian fire temples and Greek philosophy. The result? New schools of Buddhist thought blending meditation with mysticism. In the Mediterranean, mystery cults mixed Egyptian, Greek, and Persian elements into hybrid religions. Syncretism wasn't planned. It was inevitable. Even today, syncretism continues. New Age spirituality cherry-picks from Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, and indigenous traditions. Yoga studios play Tibetan singing bowls while teaching poses named for Hindu gods, all marketed to secular Westerners. Is this respect or appropriation? Is it evolution or dilution? The answer depends on who benefits. Syncretism can preserve endangered traditions, but it can also strip them of context, turning sacred practice into aesthetic commodity. The line is thinner than you think. So what does this mean for you? Every time you celebrate a holiday, light a candle, or follow a family tradition, you're participating in syncretism. You're carrying forward a practice whose origins may predate your religion by centuries. That wedding ring on your finger, ancient Egyptians wore them first, believing the circle symbolized eternity. Your birthday cake with candles? Ancient Greeks placed candles on moon-shaped cakes for Artemis. The tradition survived because humans love ritual. We just keep changing the story we tell about it. This isn't about undermining your faith. It's about recognizing its complexity. No religion emerged in a vacuum. Christianity absorbed Greek philosophy, Roman law, and Jewish mysticism. Islam built upon Christian and Jewish traditions while incorporating pre-Islamic Arabian customs. Buddhism transformed as it traveled, taking on new forms in each land it touched. These aren't flaws, they're features. Religions survive by adapting. The ones that refuse to bend eventually break. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If your tradition is older than your religion, then your religion doesn't own it. It borrowed it. And if Christianity borrowed the evergreen tree, if Islam absorbed pre-Islamic rituals, if Buddhism merged with local spirits, then these practices belong to human culture, not to any single doctrine. The rituals are older than the institutions claiming them. You're not just practicing your faith, you're practicing everyone's faith, layered across millennia. Some people find this liberating. If all religions borrow from each other, then maybe the boundaries between them aren't as rigid as we thought. Maybe the virgin you pray to and the goddess your ancestors honored aren't so different. Maybe the saints and the spirits share the same lineage. Syncretism suggests that beneath the surface, humanity has been worshipping similar forces all along. We just keep renaming them to fit the empire of the moment. Others find this threatening. If your tradition isn't purely yours, if it's contaminated by pagan roots or foreign influences, does that make it less true? Does it cheapen your belief to know it's a remix? That depends on what you value. If you need your faith to be original and untouched, then syncretism is a crisis. But if you see religion as a living, evolving conversation across cultures and centuries, then syncretism is proof of resilience. Your tradition survived because it adapted. It didn't stay pure, it stayed relevant. It